What's going on, YouTube? This is Chris from myVaporSite.com, and today I am going to show how to build a Kayfun, how to rebuild a Kayfun, or whatever. When you get a Kayfun, whether it be a clone or the real thing, if it's already built, it's usually got the real thin wire and the silica braid in there, and it doesn't taste that good. So I always open them up when I get a Kayfun in, which I've got like 4 of them now. What I'll do, and I learned this the hard way, is I will take it all apart, and I will. A lot of people say boil, the metal parts. I don't really like that. I just have a problem with putting metal into a pan on my stove. So I usually take and I'll soak it for a day in vodka or PGA, pure grain alcohol, whatever. So, and it will get that metal taste out, I promise. Well, it has for me. So anyway, I've got this one on here. It's gurgling a little bit. I don't like that, but that's because I overfilled it. But I was talking to somebody on Twitter today, and they were mentioning how they were wanting to give Kayfuns a try, so I figured I would throw together a video. I've got another Kayfun clone just pretty much just like this one, except for this one's got a little problem. The deck, one of the screws are stripped out on it, so I won't be building on this one. I will probably show you, or I guarantee, I'm going to show you how I build a Kayfun on this one, which is the Kayfun Lite Plus V2 clone. I got it from 101 Vape. I got this one because I really like that, where you can see all your liquid. With the other Kayfuns, you can either have that metal ring around here, which is like a chromish ring, and you can't see any of your juice, or you see a little bit of it in that, which is like this one here, and you can't see it actually moving because I've got it overfilled right now. So I'm going to take you down behind me over there on my build desk, and we're going to put about a 1 ohm coil on this Kayfun right here and wick it, fill it, all that good stuff. So join me. Alright, we're down here now, and I have a handful of pieces all taken apart, 2 different Kayfun styles all mixed together, and we're going to build on this one here. Like I said in the intro, this one here has a problem where the hole is stripped out. Let me get my light here so you can see that better. You should be able to see that okay. Alright, so we're going to build on this one. I find I don't have anything. I could put it on a mod, but I end up just building it on here just to kind of keep it steady, and plus, I'm going to check the resistance eventually anyway. So what I use is a 3/32 drill bit, and I grab a little bit of Hanthal 28 gauge wire right here, and snip off just a little bit here. And what I like to do, I'm no pro at this, but I like to torch this wire just to get the spring out of it initially. Saw a few videos before that, a few videos when I was learning how to build one of these that they recommended doing this, so I just do a quick little rundown through there, and that's it. So I get this 3/32 drill bit, and I'm going to wrap about 5 wraps with this 28 gauge. And I'm going to try to keep them as tight as possible together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to kind of work it around and try to get the thing nice and tight before I even put it on there. And I will be honest with you, this is the very first time I've ever tried to do this on camera, so bear with me. This may actually be a little longer than I hoped, but you see it's kind of together, but not there totally, so I kind of want to just mess with it a little bit more. It's going to fall off of there. Okay, so there we are. That's good enough for right now. So I'm going to snip a little bit off of each of these. Oops. And make sure these don't feel good in the feet. So I kind of wasted more than I should have right there. Now I've got a little problem here that I'm not sure how I'm going to handle, because I've got a tripod right in front of where I would normally be, so what I'll do here, let me make sure the screws are backed out. And let me pre-warn you one more time, this is the first time I've ever done it on camera, and I am not that experienced of a vapor in the first place. So when you screw screws in, as you know, it's lefty loosey, righty tighty. Something I learned while I was in the Navy was it's better if you try to put your threads where it'll pull the wire with it. So I am going to try to wrap it around where it's going to pull the wire when it comes around. So I'm going around to the left on one side and to the left on the other side, and I'll use these to kind of try to bring it around a little bit. And if you see, I've got the drill bit still in there. I'm going to use that drill bit to position the wires, or position the coil when I get it down better. So I'll loop this down and under. There we go. I've got a whole wrap under there. And then I'm going to grab this one over here and get a little bit on there. Now, kind of work it a little bit. I'm going to end up, if you see this, if you see this little, let me get something to point it with. See the little air hole there? That's where your airflow comes up. Let me center this a little better on the camera. I'm going to end up moving this coil above that. That's where we're going to want to have it at. So it looks like I've got enough slack to bring it up. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten these down. And you'll feel, oops, I didn't get under there totally on that side, so I'm going to start over here. You'll feel with the threads going to the right, you'll feel it getting tighter because it's pulling that slack under there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my pliers here, or my needle nose, and bring that a little in. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you probably find better people to learn from on building these Kayfuns, but you know. Alright, so now I've got it there. Let me go ahead and trim a little bit of this out of there. Watch your eyes when you do that. I'll go ahead and pull that out and try. Oh, I did not get under that one. There's fail number one. And now I've got the deck moving around on the insulator. I swear I've done this before. I promise. Alright, now we got it under there better. Let me tighten that down. There we are. And let me snip that off. Toenail clippers or fingernail clippers work pretty good too, but I like these here. Alright, now I've got it. So what I'm going to do is I actually have a little screwdriver here, and I like to use this. I may have made this a little too tight. I do this to kind of push on both sides of it and kind of get the form on the outer twists, kind of push them together a little bit before I go ahead and do this. Well, I could have used that to do that as well, but now I'm going to work that back on there, and I'm going to bring this up over the air hole. And that's it. If you could see that. So now I'm going to go ahead and check that. I went a little higher than I normally get. I got 1.09. Usually with those 5 wraps with that 28 gauge, I hit right around, I mean like almost dead on 1, which just isn't far off. That's give or take 10%, right? So now what I'm going to do, make sure that's in there good and exactly where I want it, which it is. Now I'm going to take this off of here and put it on top of one of my mods. Before I do that, I'm going to take a vape. Alright, so set that aside there. And I am going to put this on top here. You want to be careful not to fire it, so if you're using like a mech mod, make sure you lock it. I'm going to go ahead and lock this. Well, first of all, I'm going to fire it. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get the twists on this coil close together. So I'm going to fire it a little bit to get it heated up, and it's already looking pretty good. And then I'm going to let it off, and for safety, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I like to lock it there. Now some people say if you got these tweezers that you can actually push on it while you're firing it, but I don't like that. So what I do is I'll just hold it like that a little bit. And all this, I mean, I'm pretty new at this, like I said, and I've just watched a lot of other people's videos. Alright, now I'm going to fire it again. And that's looking pretty good right there. Kind of move it around a little bit. I didn't lock it this second time, as you noticed. And according to, you know, some of the other people that build coils out there, what you want to see is the heat start off in the middle and go, you know, when it heats up and go out to the edges. So, but here we go. I'm kind of happy with that. I'll push on it one more time, and then we're going to go ahead and position it up and wick it. Alright, so now I'm going to lock this again. Locked. And then I'm going to take my screwdriver here, which is about the same as the 3/32 drill bit. Just want to make sure this is lined up, and I'm going to kind of turn it at an angle, kind of a 45-degree angle to the, if you see right here, these channels, that's where it wicks up. So I'm going to kind of turn it a little bit. I kind of didn't give myself enough room to really do that, but there we are. That's where I want it, right there. I'll push it down a little bit. You want to make sure that if you look really close between this and this, you've got, you know, it separated, and you know that's the voltage potential, positive and negative between it. You don't want to have any of the leads touching the other side. So one other thing, and I did not mention this, I personally, it's up to you, this right here, this O-ring right here, I have been told by my local brick and mortar store that this thing will work so much better without this here, so I've been taking those out. So that's up to you if you want to do it or not, but it runs around this channel here, and the e-liquid's got to go up and through here. So if you've got the O-ring there, it's got to go under the O-ring and up that. So if you take it off, I mean basically it's there to keep the chimney, I guess, from letting liquid come out, but if you tighten it good, it's not going to. And I noticed a big difference when I did that. So alright, so you could either use, you know, a lot of these Kayfun clones, and I'm not sure because I don't have an actual Kayfun, but they come with, you know, a little kit of parts with extra O-rings and extra screws and extra wicking material, but I use cotton, as most people do. And so basically I just get some, unroll it out, and then I'll grab a little bit, and you know, you kind of want it snug but not too snug, so I just take a little bit off there, roll it up, and I actually went a little, I can tell right now this is a little too thick. Oh, okay, there we go. That's probably going to be about right. And I will twist it a little bit, get it started. There are two ways, actually, you know what, I'm going to save that piece, and I'm going to show you one way that some people do this. I don't prefer this way and have had terrible luck with this, but some people will take it and they will run it through here. Come on. Come on. Threading a needle. I'll run it through here, and they won't trim any off, so I'm kind of twisting as I go on there. This piece is a little thicker than what I should have used. What they'll do is they'll do this. They'll take the chimney, and that's what this is. These two pieces go together, and that's where it comes up through. So some people will take this chimney and they'll feed these through here like this, and they'll push it down. Get the both sides up here, and then they'll screw down the chimney. which I'm having a difficulty doing here. Come on, line up. Actually, I might have it. Should be able to go both ways, but alright, let's see here. While I am doing horrible here. Alright, they'll do this, and this is not the way we're going to do it on this video, but they'll take it, they'll screw the chimney down, and then they'll take some scissors and they will cut it off right at the top there, like this. And then they will push this back down in here off the coil. They'll end up doing like that. I'm sure that probably works, but I've had bad luck with that. So what I'm going to do is the way that I was taught. Let me, without ripping this coil up, pull this back out. Come on, come on. Oh, come on. A little bit got on the battery post, or on the post there. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to take this piece now. We're going to run it back through there again. Oops, come on. Come on. And I'm going to just take a little bit through there like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off a little bit here and a little bit here. And I'm going to take the liquid that I'm going to use, and I'm going to put a piece of paper towel under here so we don't spill any liquid, although I spilled plenty on here before. And we're going to pre-wick this. You'll see why in just a minute. Well, that tip has gotten kind of nasty. So I'll turn it over and get a little bit on the bottom here. And a little bit, if you don't mind the feel of liquid, some people can probably do this like a pro with just the tweezers, but I like to kind of mush it around a little bit and make sure it's all saturated. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to wrap this around, and I'm going to fit this and push it right up against the edges here, right above the juice channel there. I'm going to push it right up against there. Actually, I made this side a little shorter than I normally do. Get a little more juice on there. Get it stickier. If you do it this way, it'll be right where you want it. It usually sticks to the side there a little better for me. So, alright, then I'll do this side. Kind of at an angle there. And we're going to push that up against that side. Come on, get in the hole. There we are. Now this side's come up now. Then I will hurry up and get my chimney, and I will put it down on here like this, and should be in perfect position. Tighten it down pretty good there. I'm going to unlock this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you go. It's firing good. So go ahead and put it together now. So the next step would be to find another chimney top. Where are you hiding? Okay, I don't see you, so I'm going to take this one off this one. It's got a little O-ring on the edge there. Put this one on here and slide it up. Yeah, you can tell this isn't the same one that goes on it. And tighten it down pretty good there. That should be fine. Alright, that's it. So now we're going to put the tank together, and like I showed you in the video, there's different configurations I can go. I can go with the original clone base there, and I can go with either a non-clear one. Put that there, and then come with the top and build it that way. Or we could have went with a clear ring and went with the top like that, and which is how this one looks. But what I'm going to do, and this is the reason that I ordered this one from 101 Vape, this solid that's why I couldn't find it. It's stuck up in there. This is the chimney off of the one that I just built. It was stuck in there. So what happens is this chimney sticks through the hole down there that you can see, and that's where your drip tip goes. So anyway, alright, we got it together. This one, like I said, is a solid construction. One big long tank, you can see through it. It's all scratched up, or no, that was condensation. So you slide it on there and then pop it on. And that should be it. So there we are. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off of here and show you how to fill it. This is the easy part. Well, it's easy for some people. If you don't have the pressure right, it'll backfeed on you. And well, anyway, so basically you just get yourself a little small Phillips screwdriver, and you see this is adjustable airflow on this version, by the way. On the other versions, like this one, you get a hex key that comes with it, and you adjust the airflow right there like that. But on this version that I ordered from 101 Vapes, like I said, this one has the airflow adjustment right there. But anyway, there's another screw here. This screw comes out, and it's got a little washer on it, a little rubber washer on it as well, to keep liquid from coming out of that hole. And this is where we're going to fill it at. Don't overfill these like I did with this one, because you'll end up having leaks and gurgles, and well, that's what you heard. So alright, so we got my liquid here, and we're going to line that up and hold it at kind of an angle like that. If you hold it straight up and down, you're going to end up pushing it out some will go out the top if you're not careful. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop it about right there. You can see it going in. See that right there? Alright. That's it. Go ahead and pop the screw back in and then clean up. And it's about that simple. I made it look much more difficult than it is, but I think that you'll understand once you see it for yourself where I was at. Actually, I didn't. Yeah, we got about three quarters full on that. So let me pop this glass drip tip on here I like so much, and we'll throw it back on this mod here. You hear that? I got a little gurgle still. Yeah, that gurgle, that's a little bit of gurgle. What I do when I get that little gurgle is I will take a paper towel and I'll cover the hole, which is the air hole right there, and just give it a little and blow it out. Might take a couple tries, and then we're good to go. Just about. So anyway, that's about it. We'll go back up top there and take a look at it one more time. There is the Kayfun that we just built. Still a little bit of a gurgle. So like I said, what I like to do is take and put a paper towel right there like that, and give it a couple blows there, and that should take care of it. So anyway, I like this flavor. It's a Down Home Vaping Bomb Cyclone. It's a strawberry cream, and tastes pretty good. But I am totally liking the Just Jag Bomb, and since I'm almost out of it, I'm going to finish this up for the night. Anyway, my name's Chris, myVaporSite.com, and that was just a little quick how-to on Kayfun. Thanks for watching.